We've got a pre-built scene. We'll take you through the construction navigation of this product. On the left-hand panel, we have our accessories drop-down. You can select multiple icons here to bring into your canvas. You just scroll back up, close that out. We have arrows that we can use to notate. Backdrops, multiple selection, including walls, white wall, brick wall, backdrop rolls of different colors. Cameras, we felt it was only necessary to have one camera at this point. It's not really a major function here. The light modifiers, we have reflectors, back panels, beauty dish, grids, beauty dish with grids, diffusion, octabox, and many more. Strip boxes, umbrellas, cards. In addition to these objects, we will have subjects. Light modifiers, we have lights, we have flash units, lamps, lamps without shades, monolights, gridded lights. Scroll you through here, we got ring flash, different angles, icon of the sun, tungsten, and a window as well. Props such as bottles, chairs, chase lounge, a crate, bowl of fruit for product photography, sofas, tables, tables with cloths, pre-set up table with fruit and tablecloth again as part of product photography. And then the subjects. Male kneeling, female kneeling, shadows you can attach to the subjects to get a point of reference of the light, lying on back, and a few more here. A standard overhead shot, standing, and torso. Moving left to right, top to bottom, you can also import a local picture from your drive. In this case, let's choose the koala bear and double click on that. Again, at this point, you can either crop it or add the image as is and then resize by clicking on the corners, dragging it down, and we can make this look as another portrait on the wall in the background. Now let's move this guy over. From there, you can also lock that ratio, clicking on the lock button. So now you'll see as you click on it, holding the control key down or the left mouse, that will not move. Movable objects you can move behind or bring to the front. Sliding back again, simply click and hold the left mouse button and slide the object. To deselect, just click on any white space. We can add text into our layout here. You'll see that it'll appear in the middle. You can either double click, edit there, or you can select, come to the right of the screen, and type your text. You can modify that by selecting your text. You can select bold. You'll see it change over here on the left. Italicize, underline, justify. You can change your font types. You can change your font size with a slider. You can type in a specific size. You can choose your font color. Let's do a silver. And then you'll see if you're going to drag it onto a dark object, that is better to choose a lighter. You can also resize with the sliders. Canvas size. This will be important when changing how much of the image you want on a specific output, printout, and such. You can use your arrows, or you can double click in here. Delete. Let's add 800 by 800. I'll show you that in a minute. 500. Oops. And then for your zoom, so now you can actually see how that's going to fill your canvas area. Let's take it back again. Let's change that to 1,000. 5,000. And then you'll see how wide that area actually gets. Over and moving to the right side, we can change the background color. You have solid white. You can move down to Indian red. You can do different hatching if you desire. You can change and modify that. Go to gradient looks. You can change the angle of the gradient. As you see it moving to the left, you can change your colors. You can do a radial. Same thing. You can change your colors. If you have a selected object, you can do a vertical flip, horizontal flip. You can change it around. You can see how that will come in handy. You can delete the picture. So if I select text, I want to delete text. You would do that there. If I want to delete my camera, go back to original size, I want to lock it in. I want to flip it around. And you can do all that from here. So let's go back up here. Let's change that back to just a solid color. You can add a grid upper top there. Let's change that to something a little less intense. There we go. And then you want to grid that. Actually, we chose the same color as the grid. There we go. So as you see down here, it's zoomed at 50. We can increase that, get that back to a workable ideal there. Now, as you can see here, we have this object locked. We can unlock it. We can select these two together by first clicking on the object on the left. We can control and click on this next object. You can then hold the control button down. These will move together. Now, if you release the control button, you can move independently. This comes in handy for such groupings as when you add text to an object. And again, control, click, hold down your cursor. You want to move those objects together. You want to move this whole setup here. Make sure you click on the right area. So you want your boom, your gridded softbox, your text. Again, select them all, hold the cursor, move it together. You have them all selected. You now want to flip these. Oops, I let go with the control button. Sorry about that. We'll come back to that feature. Across the top, we have new project, which we'll do at the end. Open a project. You can save this project. That way you can come back. This will open as is. You can start from here, so you don't have to start from scratch. So if you have like specific 2-light setups, subject posing, and if you want to do a printout, output, or email this project, you can do an undo, redo, and bring the front, send the back, cut an object, copy, paste where you want it. Look at the export function. So say you want to export as a JPG file, you'll get the option here. It'll bring it up in a preview mode. You can export directly as a PDF, HTML, MHD, RTF, or as an image file. When you select the image file, You click on there, you will get an option here of which image format you would like to select. TIFF, PNG, JPG, GIF, all of these above here. So let's choose PNG. You can select or type in your resolution, and there's some other functions here you can use as well. So let's do that. At this point, you can name your file and save. You have the option to immediately open that file. You can email it, copy paste it, put it in your ebook, whatever you're creating, PowerPoint for any mentoring or coaching you're doing. I'm going to choose no. Other items up across here, you can do your page setup with your borders before you do your outputs, letter, portrait, landscape. Do your scaling, header and footer. This is where you can put in perhaps your URL, your logo. You can use this. You can probably save default projects with that. You can add a watermark. Let's zoom out to see what your full output's going to look like after you adjust your borders and your magnifier. If you want to zoom in on an area or zoom back out. You can also adjust your borders just by clicking and dragging. Simple as that. Now you'll see where that canvas space came in, the 800 by 800. Now we have the output here, or actually we changed it 1000 by 1000. So that just kind of gives a little overflow. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so now we adjusted our borders, and you can see by selecting 1000 by 1000, you will get a full sheet here. And that's what your canvas output's going to look like. So there's plenty of space to add more icons and characters here. Once we're in this mode, you'll see that it opens up multiple windows. You can send via email, you can move the stuff around, you can do a search, open a new document, save. But at this point, I'm just going to exit out of here, use that button, or you can use that X. Here, if you want to do a direct email, same options will come up. You'll choose email image as, and we'll just leave those settings alone. It'll save it and then open your email program. Exit out of preview mode. So that gives you a good overview of what this product can do. Trying to think if there's any other things to add here. Pretty simple, basic. You want to add a backdrop here. Go to your selection box. You can resize this however you want by dragging. Put it over your scene here. And send it back. And that's what it would look like.